Welcome back to Leagues 3 Shattered Relics. 25 million Herblore experience. Very easy because of the absurd XP rates and the fact that you never need to go get more secondaries and you can get 6 times as many herbs as normal. Yeah. A very, very accomplishable elite task there. I still have another 1,000 Cerebrews I can make. And then I'm going to make some super combats. And I figure I might as well just get these all taken care of. Save me a bank slot. Okay. Everything should be set up here correctly for doing some God Wars. We've got Last Recall, Absolute Unit, Twin Strikes, a little bit of Draken's Touch and Knife's Edge, which are kind of competing with each other, but that's fine. And an incredible amount of Prayer. Reduced Prayer Drain and Prayer Restore. So that should work out nicely. With Last Recall, we can just come back over here. We've got Super Combat Potion. So let's see how this goes. There is options for just not using prayer that could possibly be faster kills. This is also just easy. So we just sit here, taking just a little bit of damage, fighting the boss. And we're at half health already. Oh no. Yeah, we just kind of can sit here with Absolute Unit doing work. And he's down. The bones are automatically buried for us. And I guess our Ring of Wealth picks up coins, so thanks. You can teleport out, drink at the pool, teleport back into the private room, and we're at it again. So this looks like this could be incredibly easy. I might try it without melee protect. Yeah. This is very, very easy. A lot less having to try than the gauntlet was. My goodness. They're just going to sit here and win. Well, there's our first drop. The Bandos chestplate. On kill count, 23. Not too shabby. And that is an elite task for wearing a piece of Bando set. We are going to take a ton more damage from the mage minion if we wear this, though. But it looks so nice. Good start. Good start. There are a few very good improvements I could make here at Bandos, so I'm going to go for it. Divine Super Combat Potions work in a very strange way this league. We've got the Mixologist, which is supposed to save you all your secondaries. But for whatever reason, I guess possibly because of how this menu works, it's slightly different than other potions. You save all but one. So, mix up 27 potions for the cost of one, instead of infinite potions for the cost of none. It's still pretty good, though. What you really want to have is at least 108 crystal dust, because then you can do the entire inventory. So here is a whole bunch of divine super combats. And I guess we can do divine ranging potions too. Make some of these. These will also be nice to have. Not as many though. And then we still have more than enough crystal dust, which we can use to make more of these in the future. Since we're getting all of our special attack back at the house every kill, I figure we might as well get some kind of special attack weapon. Ones that do just some damage really aren't too exciting when you can just use a whip that can 60% of the time hit twice. That's pretty much better than any just regular special attack. That's why we got the Bone Dagger, because it actually does something for us. As long as it's the first hit, it will drain defense by whatever it hits, has 100% accuracy on that first hit. We got Bone Spear. Fun. So yeah, that will be good for the start of every kill. Get a little bit of defense down at Gardor. Better than nothing. Next thing on the list, I'm going to get an assignment here from Duradel. An assignment of Cave Not Horrors, Cave Krakens. 105. That is a perfect amount. I wanted something useful for the shield slot for this Cave Kraken. So here is the Mind Shield. Making 2 of them, so I can put 1 of them in a stash unit. But it's got a solid magic defense there. Better than anything else I currently have. Here is the final setup for Kraken. Focusing on magic damage and then magic defense. We've got Chain Magic, Fast Metabolism, and Draken's Touch for healing. Because we are going in here to complete the entire task without leaving. Between the healing and Blood Barrage, that should have the health completely covered. With the prayer fragments, we can keep on our prayer indefinitely. So that will take care of the prayer. I brought the Explorer's Ring 4 to alch some stuff, because we're going to be getting an entire task's worth of loot here without leaving. So it's probably going to be a lot. Starting things off nice and easy with the combat task. Unnecessary optimization, where you kill all the tentacles. Not really necessary. Not really necessary. So we probably won't be doing that again. There is a full Trident of the Seas. That would save us a bit on recharging, if we didn't already save basically all of the charges as it is. But hey, that's something. I think that might be... yeah, it's a collection log slot. Not a task or anything, but... alright. There is the first kill count combat achievement. Hard task to kill 25 Kraken in the private room without leaving. We're doing the entire task here, so I'm not leaving. Next combat achievement for 50 kills. And we got a bucket Great. We also got another Trident of the Seas full, so... Okay. Halfway there. Oh, that is perfect. Kraken Tentacle. In our first, and quite possibly, since we got that, only task we're going to do here at Kraken. That is why I came here. Well, that and everything else we're doing. But that was the main reason. That is fantastic. On kill count, 84. That'll work. That'll work nicely. Obtain a boss pet, Pet Kraken. So we get to continue our getting one pet at least per league. We got Scotizo, and then we got Nightmare, and now we have Kraken. Obtaining a boss pet is an elite task. And there you go. Definitely one of the easier boss pets to get. But I'm not going to complain about it. Very fun. Kraken Adept, which is 100 kills. Completes 10 hard combat achievements, which is a hard task. And we're going to get another combat achievement after this kill, because we came here the first time we had Krakens to kill one Kraken boss. So, to get 100 kills without leaving this room requires 101 kill count. So I'm just going to fire our magical projectiles at him. And there is 100 tentacles, 100 kills. That should be all of the Kraken combat achievements. So, we got everything that you could possibly get from Kraken, except for the jar, I guess. And then there are more tasks for significantly more kill count. So maybe we'll get around to that. There's also more tasks for getting a whole bunch of tentacles, I'm pretty sure. But that's like 10 more, and that's a lot. And there's just so much to do in this league since everything's available. Probably not going to go too crazy at Kraken. Many important things we got from that Kraken task. Kraken Tentacle on our only whip. Yes. Yes, please. There is the Abyssal Tentacle. An elite task and a better weapon. Probably going to finish getting Tactical Duelist maxed out to save more of these charges before we use this. But that's pretty close anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. Another thing we got was a Magic Seed. Finally. That has been a long time coming. Many farming contracts without getting that. We finally have the singular magic tree that I still needed. And we got some Divine Restoration experience. Hooray. So I'm going to go get this magic tree planted. And we can move on to the next goal. Another Ultra AFK Pure Essence session later. Got some fragment levels to report. Tactical Duelist 3, Superior Tracking 2, Divine Restoration 3, Special Discount 3, Larger Recharger 2. We only have 4 fragments at level 2. And 4 fragments we don't even have yet. So it won't be long until we don't need to worry about getting fragment levels. But we're not quite there yet. I paid the farmer to make sure this would survive. But here is a hard task to check a magic tree in Lumbridge. Besides getting a crystal acorn, I think that is the last seed that I really care about. So that's nice. We don't need to chop it down, we don't need to get the roots. We can just have a magic tree here. Forever. Well, for the next few weeks at least. Last recall, and the crafting cape, is just a fantastic combination. Went and got 2,200 teak planks made, which will be enough for 99 construction. And also, Slay All Day level 3, and Pro Tips level 3. 125 league points. 4 more Sage's Renown that we don't need. Almost got 500 of that, with nothing to use it for. Really would make sense if there was something you could spend these on after unlocking everything. Well, we haven't unlocked Hydra of it. Okay, one thing left that we have to unlock. Fine. But yeah, that is construction completed. It's fairly quick, and we could probably do even quicker methods than myth capes. But for now, we are 99 to get the construction cape. Very, very useful item. Skill cape of construction for 99,000 coins. And with this, we can teleport to any house portal or inside our house. Don't need to use tabs. Don't need to be on the regular spell book. Just an infinite teleport to over to this other place where we have a whole bunch of other infinite teleports. It is, in fact, pretty convenient. So we'll be able to make use of this basically all the time. This is my 4th attempt at explaining the new setup here for Bandos. I just kept on remembering things that I was supposed to have, because there's a lot we've changed here. We got the melee setup, Protect from Magic, Piety, Last Recall, Absolute Unit, Twin Strikes. We got Thrall damage, reduced Prayer Drain, reduced melee weapon charge usage. We got the Bone Dagger. We got the superior, divine superior combat potion, even. We got Thralls, which is why we have the Thrall damage, of course. So just drink the divine super combat. Get everything going here. Recall. Back to the boss. Open the door. Spec attack. Thrall. And away we go. All of Grardor's attacks will hit us. Or can hit us, at least. Because we're using Protect from Magic. So he can do significant chunks of damage to us. Except he's really not right now. There's a 24. That's pretty good. Improved accuracy with our weapon. And it goes down very nicely. And we get a Sapphire. Oh boy. Had to get rid of the fragment that buries the bones for us. That's probably okay. We just put on the dagger. Get ready for a special attack. Head back on in. Stab. Thrall. And repeat. There's a 23. I'm going to try not to die also, because that'd be incredibly annoying, since it would reset the crystal memories. But this is significantly quicker, which is something I'm looking for. Another Grardor down, and the reward is coins and elite. Very good. And just like that, there are some Bandos Tacets. Very cool. Ta-da! That is now 3 pieces of Bandos equipment we have, which is going to be very nice later. But for now, definitely an upgrade over Barrows. For 50 kills, we get the combat achievement, General Grardor Adept. Another hard combat task, which will go towards any complete X hard combat tasks. League tasks that we might still have going for us. There are some things in the combat achievements system that I'd really rather not do, but we'll see how things progress. There's something. Combat level 120 for getting 93 attack. That is an elite task. Neat. We're going to be going for max eventually. So that was always going to happen. But more attack will be nice for right now while we're attacking things. Okay. There is our first combat fragment here. 4 tier 4 combat fragments exist, related to the 4 main God Wars dungeon factions. First one we get is Armadillion Decree. Just searching here on our level 1 fragments. Increased bolt activation, 25% more, 50% more, and 100% more bolt specs. Combination of double tap and absolute unit. The best for ranged, for the most part. Well, as long as you have a crossbow. If you don't have a crossbow, it's actually probably not going to help you too much. Except just as the relic combos that it has would be pretty decent. But anyways, not the one we need right now. 1 out of 4. Kill count 79. Bandos boots. Really a fantastic item in the league. For one, equipping full Bandos is a master task for 250 points. And for another, we got the War Blessing. So that means we have 4 Bandos items, which is going to be very important. Also, I'm noticing my Divine Potion is about to go off, so I'm going to go right back to the house, drink that, and refresh at the pool. So yeah, that is the main pieces of Bandos here. But we have not gotten anything for the God Sword yet. And we're still hunting 3 more fragments. Another combat fragment. Should be a second one. Ceredominist Defense. For these tier 4 fragments, you need 4 of the items. So 4 Armadillo items, 4 Ceredomin items, 4 Bandos, 4 Zamorak. And for this one, for the Ceredominist Defense, when wearing 4 Ceredomin items, if you've taken damage in the last 3.6 seconds, your max hit is increased by 2, 5, and 10. So this will work for anything. So super fast weapons, like say the blowpipe, increase your damage by 10 on every blowpipe attack. Pretty significant. So that is 2 out of 4. There is an elite task for defeating any God Wars dungeon boss 100 times. Since we got that on 100 kill count, that means it is specifically any particular God Wars dungeon boss 100 times, not any and all God Wars dungeon bosses 100 times. There are more tasks like that, so we're going to have to see whether we get unlucky at a particular boss that we want to continue on towards those other tasks. But for now, we still have plenty of stuff we can get. I mean, I guess we would just get the hilt, and then we could switch to other bosses. Oh, okay. Well, about that. Yeah, there's Bandos done, basically. That's the hilt on 101. Alright, cool. So we got the chestplate, the tassets, the boots, and the hilt. Okay. That's it. We could continue here for the shards, but we can get that anywhere. So I would guess I will figure out if I want to switch anything up for heading to a different boss. I think that was also pretty lucky on that. Not like crazy lucky, but reasonably lucky. So, cool. Boss done. Instead of going back and doing some agility on Apatol, I figured I might as well come here to the Ardoin rooftops, get the Marks of Grace and better agility experience. I am using Unchained Talent to up the agility level to where it's impossible to fail. And that has made this a very simple task. I don't think we're going to quite get to 99 before we have the Marks of Grace. We only need like another 100 and some, which is still quite a bit. But we also get a little money, so that's okay. Since we're fighting more bosses now, they kind of drop a ton of things we can alch, so that's not a huge deal. But I still want to get the graceful task done too, because why not? There is Hespori Adept. 10 kills of Hespori. The final combat achievement. I might still do Hespori, just trying to get the White Lily Seeds, because we keep on getting those as farming contracts, and then we have to roll down to a lower level, and then sometimes it's a fruit tree. Just kind of all a mess. 10 kills, no White Lily Seeds. Unfortunate. We'll definitely stop doing Hespori once we get to finish with the farming contracts. Either way, another couple seeds for the bank. Superior tracking, level 3. Now when we get back to Slayer, we will be able to spawn as many superiors as we could possibly dream of. 110 farming contracts completed with this cabbage contract. Can't complain too much. It was quick at least. But now that we've gotten past the 100 mark, the farming contracts tasks are now hard tasks for 50 points. There's also many more of them now. I think it started off with quite a few other tasks being huge numbers of the tasks. But then since there's access to so much of the game in this league, they condensed the number of things. So there was a few other areas where it went from like 1,000 times to like 500 or something. But yeah, there are a few more farming contract tasks, and they will get done nice and quick. The next target is Krill Tzroth at the Zamorak God Wars dungeon. For that, I'm going to want Arclight. This again will make use of the Tactical Duelist to save charges. We have a whole bunch of ancient shards, so it's not a huge concern. But this is going to do some incredible damage. We've got Absolute Unit, Last Recall, Twin Strikes. I got the Poison Immunity, just for simplicity's sake. And depending on how well this does, we might need to bother with special attacks or thralls. With the Venom Master, I don't have space for the thrall damage, really. So we're just going to head in with Arclight and see how it does. Okay, here we go. Being attacked by this spiritual warrior here is not ideal. Here is Krill. Oh yeah, we are so far hitting pretty well. We could use the special attacks if we wanted to. Seems decent. Yeah, it's definitely hitting pretty nicely. Definitely want to keep my HP up a little bit, just to not immediately die. We got all these brews and stuff. That was 2 combat tasks there. Not so great after all, and Demon Bane weaponry too. So that's fun. I think I'll also go get a Greater Demon task. That would also help. With that added to the mix, we should have very good accuracy. Okay. Now we are on a Slayer task. We still miss our first hit. Oh, come on now. We should be able to hit pretty good here now. I constantly miss all my attacks. There's a 41. Basically a 40. And it's okay. Might see if we could do a special attack. Yeah, it still doesn't have good accuracy though. Might still be a good choice to come at this with the Bone Dagger. Just for the extra defense reduction. But anyways, that is Tzroth. And we're going to do some kills here. There's another combat task. Demon Whisperer. Don't know exactly what that's for. Demon Bane weaponry is clearly for using Demon Bane. not so great. I think that's just defeat a greater demon, which is technically counts as a greater demon. But Demon Whisperer. Ooh, spooky. Sure thing. Okay. So apparently, Demon Whisperer, that's a Grandmaster task there. Because it's supposed to be for not getting hit by the bodyguards for the entire kill. Typically, that would require something along the lines of perfect prayer flicking. But instead, we just kind of did it on accident because the kill was so quick. So, that was a very easy Grandmaster task we accidentally accomplished. Not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. Oh boy. It's another combat fragment. This one is Zamorakian Sight. Go to our level 1 fragments here. Third of the 4 God Wars fragments. And this one is very nice. When wearing 4 Zamorak items, you have 50, 125, and 250% increased magic accuracy. With this, you can mage a lot of things that you typically wouldn't be able to. Combine this 250% with the Unholy Wizards 125%, and things start to get pretty out of control. Where are these on the list, anyways? Probably in the combat. It's Chain Magic, Draken's Touch. That's pretty good. That's definitely a very nice fragment to get. And so, it's all down to one. One fragment to go. And the next skill, there is a Zamorakian Spear. That is incredibly useful. As a spear, and as all the things that it can turn into. We don't have inventory space for that. Wield a Zamorakian Spear. Elite task. This is much better at stabbing than any of our previous equipment really is. So that will have its use. And there is the Staff of the Dead. These are common, but not this common. Staff of the Dead, 125 points. This has a very good special attack, which is useful places. Also a very nice staff, good at smacking things. Overall, nice to have. The first Godsword Shard. Godsword Shard 2. 1 out of 3, but not necessarily 1 out of 3 drops. Very easy to get duplicates here. I'm also trying the Arclight spec. When it hits, it should generally drain more defense than the Bone Dagger. And even when it doesn't, it's still okay. One less thing we need to worry about switching around and all that. Just making my life easier. And there's the Steam Battle Staff. We are getting uniques very quickly here. And the kills are also very quick. So, it is really working out. Still need to get the hilt, I guess. There is a task for equipping every God Sword, so that'd be fun. And another spear wouldn't be bad either. So we're just going to stick here for a while. there's the first duplicate here. Another Steam Battle Staff. That's a task to equip a combination battle staff. Didn't need to be a Steam staff though, so oh well. That's good. That's good. And that is slightly unfortunate. Duplicate Godsword Shard 2. Ultimately, we might want multiple blades, so that could still be useful for us. But still, would have preferred a unique. Okay, there's the Zamorak hilt. I got a good rhythm going here, and I do want another spear. So I'm going to continue to be at Zamorak for more than this 48 kills it took us to get literally every drop. Getting these shards is becoming problematic. As we were just blowing through these bosses like nobody's business. Yeah, Zamorak hilt. So, when we get a Godsword blade, we've already got 2 of the hilts. Nice. Okay. There's another Zamorak hilt. Another 2 kills. And also, 50 kills is the hard combat task. Krill Tsroth Adept. Quite the inventory we're making here. Quite the inventory. For a bit of a challenge there, I decided to go for the combat task, where you have to defeat all the demons before you finish off Krill. The whole sometimes hitting twice and reflecting damage does make that a little more difficult than it needs to be. And we also got another Steam Battle Staff. But still. Another hard combat task completed. Oh hey, a third hilt. These are supposed to be significantly rarer than the spear. And significantly rarer than 1 in 20. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Still nice to have in the bank. Looks cool. Could high alch it for 300k. Or sacrifice it for 2.6 mil. So, still, not a bad drop. Just really not what I'm looking for. Another combat task there. Demonic Defense. That is, don't take any melee hits. I don't know what they define take as. Maybe he just used magic every time there? Or maybe that didn't hit us with melee damage. Either way, there is another combat task completed by accident. So that's fun. And there is what I was looking for. Another Zamorakian spear. With that, there really is no need to stay here at Krill. So I guess we are moving on again to another God Wars boss. Again, only a slight change to the setup. Thralls are back. Melee attack charges reduction is gone. Bone Dagger's back. And the main weapon is going to be the Staff of the Dead. Had to squeeze in special discount here in order to use both of these special attacks. That should be worth it. At Commander Ziliana. Divine Super Combat. Prayers on. Bone Dagger. Let's go. Want to stab. Switch the staff. And special with this. to reduce melee damage. The Staff of the Dead is still a pretty decent melee weapon, and the Thrall's definitely helping out quite a bit. So this should work out fairly well. It is going to slow down the kills slightly to be lowering her damage like this, but it's still quick enough. And we get to use less supplies. First kill here. Godsword Shard 3. Fantastic. Love to see that. Now we just need one more. There it is. The final combat fragment. And this one is a doozy. Bandosian Might. Coming on here. Level 1 fragments. Slower weapons hit harder, is what it says. But in reality, when wearing 4 Bandos items, your max hit is increased relative to your attack speed. 1 damage per attack speed. 2, 4. So what that means is that for 4-tick weapons, like say the whip, you get 16 extra damage on every attack. And then a bit more for slower weapons, but still. Slower weapons hit harder, but faster weapons hit harder too. Side effect is Twin Strikes and Fast Metabolism. Fast Metabolism is a little but it absolutely makes up for it with the set effect here. So this is incredibly powerful, and definitely something that I want to make use of. But first, I'll use the weakest version of this, Bandosian Might, to come in here, back to Ziliana, and complete the combat task here to do only melee damage. Absolute units, Reflects, and Thralls didn't count, so I had to switch up the fragments a little bit. But we managed. Basically just spamming the defensive special attack of the Staff of the Dead. And another fragment. For some free Zamorakian Sight experience. But now that we have all of the fragments, it really doesn't make too much sense to do more combat until they're maxed out. Really want to get full potential out of all of my fragments. So I'm going to be leveling them up a bit while training skills, heading towards max. Next time. Goodbye.